You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
My South Carolina brethren.
Nick Grant.
What's up? Well, how y'all feeling?
Welcome, sir.
Nick Grant got an epic budget, man.
Let me see these
Epic
gifts.
Records is finally putting money behind Nick. How does that feel,
What's
sir?
in the bag? What's in the
Oh,
bag?
he got us
Feels
cotton
amazing.
candy.
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
Crazy.
Leah looking at me like, what is you talking
I
about?
haven't had cotton candy in so long. He always brings us some type of treats.
This your first budget?
Nah,
No, you didn't see the
that's
last.
my first-
You didn't see the last
All he got was
one.
candy bars, though. He got a whole
Chocolate.
gift
Candy bars are
bag.
expensive, man.
Okay.
Goodness.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
sir.
you, man. I appreciate you. For
Dreaming
sure.
Out Loud is out right now.
It's out right now.
What's
I
this? Oh,
feel
a candle. This is sexy.
dope.
Are you proud of
Yes,
this project?
Yeah, I'm very proud of it. I feel like this is my most personal project to date. You know, the first two projects was just showing people that, you know, I was capable of delivering high-level lyricism. So this time I wanted to kind of, you know, take from the great people that I learned from. You know, Tupac is like my biggest inspiration. So I felt like he said a lot of cringe-worthy things. So I felt like that was my approach to get me to the next level, say things that I wasn't proud of and kind of make myself vulnerable.
Why do you like Tupac? He don't got no clout.
That's crazy.
Don't listen to him. So
He's
let's
trying
talk
to get
about,
me in trouble.
Definitely setting you up.
Yeah,
let's
it's
talk about
crazy.
father figure, because you were talking about your own situation, right?
Absolutely.
With that song, and that was a lot
Yeah, for sure.
for
It was-
you to put out. So what made you decide on this album that you wanted to reveal so much
and
about
that-
your relationship with your dad?
for that particular situation, I just felt like, you know, I just wanted to have a story that kind of connects to, you know, the people that were around me. Unfortunately, we go through a lot of the same things. So with that particular situation, you know, pretty much the ups and downs I had with my father, and you know how we had a disagreement and we never got to squash it. He passed away like shortly after.
What was the disagreement about?
Just the way we handled life and me growing up and just different things like that. But I felt like people needed to hear that.
You're
for
right.
sure.
So many people can relate. Like, I remember having to talk to these kids, and one girl was talking about how she would wait for her father to come pick her up
Right.
and be sitting there waiting all day, and he would never show up. And
That's
how,
a line in the song.
yeah, and how hard that is for moms.
Yeah, for
too,
sure.
To have to deal with and explain to
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what was even doper about it, I had a kid like DM me, was like, y'all was going through the same exact thing. This song gave me the courage to even speak to him and, you know, express my problems and different things that I had with him. So,
Why do you think it's so tough talking to fathers?
oh man.
Because even me, when I go to therapy, like I realize I have things that I've been wanting to say to my father for years, just
Right.
like over, like, you know, him divorcing my mom and stuff like that. But
Right.
it's just like hard to talk to your pops.
I think it's a pride thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, both of y'all men, so it's kind of, you know, the ego thing. Like, I'm a
think
bigger
a little
man
fair
than you,
too.
so
A little
yeah.
fair, because
think it's a little
you're
fair.
always fearful of your dad, and no
Yeah.
matter, even though you're grown, you still had that little bit of fear.
Right, absolutely. You know, you used to look at them like your superheroes. I mean, I did. This guy was like my superhero at one point, you know. So that made it, like you said, that fear of disappointment or just, you know, even though he was disappointing me at the same time, but it just made it that much more difficult.
But I'm more afraid of ending up in a situation like you ended up in, where he passes away before you get to say it.
Exactly. That's like the
you were
worst
saying.
feeling ever.
Yeah.
So, you know, so when a young kid came to me and told me, like, yo, I had this conversation because of this record, then I felt like the purpose was bigger than just me.
And what the hell do you know about the 96 Bulls, sir?
Man, everything.
What year? You was born, what, 99?
Nah, no 90s, nothing.
What year was you born?
88.
88? Okay,
88,
okay.
yeah. A little bit of it, not like you. I ain't really lived through
You're
it.
not old.
Lived through it.
Got you.
I was like a grown man
I understand.
at
Okay.
I ain't want to say it like that, but yeah, nah, it's different living through it. You know, I had to do more research before I even approached the record, but yeah.
So I always respect Nick, because Nick pays homage to the culture and the people that came before him. Where did you garner that respect for the culture? Because I feel like a lot of your generation doesn't have it.
Man, if it wasn't for these people, I wouldn't be here. You know, I wouldn't have this approach. That music was like an escape. Those moments in my childhood were like an escape. This is where I drew a lot of my experiences from. So, I mean, I feel like, why not pay homage to it?
100%.
I feel like I saw somebody beefing with you about the song Black Boy, White Boy
For real?
from the album, like a white kid or something like that.
I don't remember.
Do people get like offended by things like that? Could you talk about the different stereotypes?
I don't really care. I just feel like I'm just telling my story, telling my truth. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, then turn it off.
What was your favorite record to record on this album?
My favorite record to record on this album was probably Black Woman. Yeah. Just an homage to, you know, the village of positive Black women that raised me. Like, I feel like they don't get enough respect, enough attention. So, me just approaching this record was really just for them. You know what I'm saying?
It makes you realize how much you love your mother or your
Absolutely.
It made me tear a little bit when I listened to it, just a little bit, like a little
Absolutely.
one. But it made me think about all the things that your mom has done for you or your wife has done for you. Be like, damn, I got to show more respect, more love to them.
Exactly, and that's really what that was about. You know, when I ain't have anything, when I couldn't feed myself, clothe myself, you know, they were around to do everything for me. So I felt like, why not?
You put yourself in a box with that record. You can never marry a white woman now.
Nah,
So.
Yo, is that what you think about all the time,
you
man?
do realize that you can never ever marry a white woman or date one at
it's
this
all
point.
good. I love everybody, but you know, I gotta represent for the ones that helped me get to where I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of your favorites don't.
Right.
A lot of your favorites.
Like who?
I mean, there's a lot of them.
Like who?
Kanye, Donald Glover. Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
You know? That don't take away from your blackness, though, right?
It's all about your perspective. It's all about your perspective.
Nice little media trained dancer.
Yeah.
Epic spent money on
Yeah, a
media
little
training
bit,
too.
not too
Huh?
much.
Okay. Well, how was the Nas and Lauryn Hill tour? How did that?
Oh man,
How did that impact you as an artist?
that's probably like the most special moment of my career, to be able to go out with them and, you know, just to see them perform like records that raised a generation like every night. Just to even get that game from Nas, I remember us sitting down just having a 3-hour conversation and telling me what, you know, that I'm on the right path just to keep going, and his thoughts on the game, and, you know, where he felt like I could take it and why I was so valuable for these times. So.
Who put that together? Like, who said, I want to get Nick Grant? 'Cause that's Nas and Lauryn Hill. They can get anybody.
Anybody. My team, Nas was already like listening to me and, you know, digesting the music. I met him a few times just in passing. But my team, Culture Republic team, Shaka, Jason, Epic Records, once again. So Epic, they kind of put it together and we sat down. I had the 3-hour conversation with Nas, and I guess he could trust me to come on tour with him.
What was the best bit of information he gave you that sparked something in you? Like,
The best bit of information I remember him saying to me, like, he was like, yo, he's like, I could fall off tomorrow and nobody like never remembers me or listen to me again. But he was like, as long as the culture move forward, then I'm happy with that. And that's just like my exact feeling. Like, if I disappear today, as long as the culture is in a better place and I contributed to something to put it in a better place, then, you know, I'm fine with that.
all right.
How has life been changing for you now?
Man.
You had the song Switch Up.
Yeah.
Are you switching up on people out
like
here?
the switch
You
up,
kind of
too.
have
Yeah,
to.
thank you, man. You kind of have to. You
Gotta
know,
change your number every
you
once
gotta,
in a while.
Man, you gotta change it. You gotta change the energy. You gotta protect your energy. I made it a little commercial, but it's a deeper meaning. It's a little more depth to the record. Because it's like when people see you, like people can see me here next week whenever this drops and says, "Oh man, he's the richest person in the world."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they could have never did anything for you, but expect the world from you. So,
Did you have that a lot?
absolutely, absolutely. Like I went from people seeing me every day to, you know, getting all this visibility and moving around a lot. So, you know, it changed a lot, and it changed fast. And that's what this project really is about, the happy medium between, you know, not having anything to conquering and getting everything you wanted in the first 2 years, going on tour with Nas and Lauryn, and, you know, meeting Jay-Z as well. I remember posting that picture and going back home, and one of my cousins, like, asked me for, like, an autograph, which was, like, one of the strangest things in the world. But,
Especially when he's holding a phone in his hand and can just take a picture.
yeah, exactly.
Dumbass. That was Atlanta or Walterboro? Which home?
That was South Carolina.
Oh,
Well, how
my
old
God.
is your
Oh,
cousin,
God.
though? When
How old is he?
Yeah.
He's like 16.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's,
He don't really
you
know no better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still your fan.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's dope.
Like, my family still act like they think I'm a celebrity when I'm
Right.
like, come on.
But just the changes, like these people used to see me every day, so it's kind of weird. To,
What's the
Well, it's
craziest
never
thing
you that changes. It's the people around you that change.
Absolutely.
People don't
Absolutely.
understand that.
Yeah, and I say that all the time. Like, I'm still the same person. Like, I still do the same things every day. I don't really change much. But
Do you
know.
tell them, like, look, I'm doing okay, but I'm not
exactly, like you gotta
rich.
give me time to grow.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta give me time to get to a certain place where I can even help you even more. You know what I'm saying? So
What's the craziest thing they asked for? What's the craziest thing one of your family members or a friend has asked for?
Man, one of the craziest things, probably just money.
Money.
Ain't really nothing too crazy. It's probably just finances.
Let me hold something.
What's the most?
Exactly, man.
Well,
if I say the
They
number, they gonna know who it
Just
is.
say the range. Just say the range.
It was in like, she's still gonna know.
It's over 20? Over 20?
Did you give
She
it
might
up?
That's a
need to know.
little under 20.
A little under 20,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
10?
I'm like, shit, I barely got that for me, you know?
What she wanted?
Huh?
What she
He
wanted?
said it was under 20,
I don't
man.
know. That wasn't really none of my business. Somebody
Yeah.
asked me for something, I'm just gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna question you.
Oh, so you did do it.
I ain't do it, but
No.
You just said I'm gonna just give it to you.
yeah, not like that. I'm saying if it's reasonable, if it makes sense for me, then I'm gonna give it to you.
Hold on, you barely got $20,000?
Nah, I ain't barely got it, but I ain't got it to give to them.
That's what you heard?
I'm like, wait
No,
a
I'm
minute
just
now.
saying, just to give to somebody. Nah, I can't do that.
Nah, I feel
I
you,
ain't in
I
that
feel you,
position.
Yeah.
Now, you are a lyricist,
Yeah.
and with Pusha T and the Drake going back and
Oh
forth.
God.
Now, if you were in that predicament,
If you was Drake,
if you was Drake,
If I was Drake,
you was Drake, Drizzy, Aubrey Grant, Toronto's finest.
would you respond as a lyricist? Because you are a lyricist and you
Yeah.
are for the culture. You
And don't forget your
For
OG
sure.
is Jay Prince.
right?
And your OG said, stand down.
Yeah,
Now, for the culture and you being a lyricist, would you reply?
absolutely. Like, back is against the wall. Like, he said a lot, so you gotta respond. You know, just for the culture. Just naturally, that's just who I am. Somebody hit me, I gotta hit back until one of us is done.
Would you advise that Drake responds, though, in his position right now?
I ain't really in his shoes, so that's kind of hard to
But
say.
if he asked you
That's
for
right,
your
you're
advice,
wearing Yeezys now, so you're definitely not in your shoes. Okay.
I bought it before all the shit though. Yeah.
But if he
So when he
asked for
said
your-
that, I was like, "Fuck!" I spent all this money on
damn,
his
all
shoes.
that money for this and now I can't.
Exactly.
If he asked for your advice, though, would you say, you know what, Kanye and Jay Prince says stand down, you should stand down? Or would you say, listen, dude, you gotta,
I was about to say something so crazy.
uh-oh. Say what you was gonna say.
Hire me.
Wow.
No, I'm joking. I'm
Wants to
joking.
be Drake's
I'm
ghostwriter.
Yo, I
You about to
said
ghostwrite.
the craziest shit ever. Like, I would never write for anybody when I was up here last time. That was
Right.
crazy.
Have you written for somebody since?
Yeah, I have.
That's a way to get
I
a
don't
check.
know why
gotta keep
you
going.
wouldn't.
Absolutely. That was the stupidest shit I could ever say. Yeah, but yeah, definitely.
You wrote a rap for somebody?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Wish
his
I-
name?
Could have been a her.
Okay. Could have been a he, too.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was a he.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't tell you that.
Did that hurt your feelings when you found out that rappers are really getting guys to write their rhymes for them?
He knew that.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. But I was so naive, like, since the last time I was up there.
Yeah.
Like, I grew and I learned so much. And
Get that check.
I was taking everything so personal. Like, people don't really give a fuck about you. You got to get in and get out.
How was that call, though? Because before you was like, nah, never.
Man.
Was that a check first call? Like, hey, we got this much.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So come through and just write and, you know.
What if you
nobody
heard a
has to
song
know.
that you really like let's say somebody gave you a track, but they already had the hook on it and some stuff done that sounded dope, and they said they'll give it to you, but they want you to use some of it, like some of their lyrics.
Some of the verse or some of the hook? Nah, I can't use the verse. That just goes against everything I stand for. Like, nobody can
Not
write
you.
for me.
You definitely can't.
Yeah, I definitely
Because you
can.
missed the
Just-
bars.
Just the way I,
But
exactly.
but the hook you would take, no problem.
Yeah, the hook, I don't mind. Yeah, the hook, I don't mind. That's different.
Are you being pressured to make like radio records yet?
Not at all, you know. That's the dopest thing about my team, you know. I'm just in a position where I can just do what I want to do as an artist. And I that's a blessing. You know, I see people go through it, like, have to live up to somebody else's standards every day. I feel like my journey is different, so, yeah.
Do you feel like you have to conform a little bit?
Um,
Because all the greats have made those kind of records.
It ain't
Pops,
really-
the Bigs, the Jays.
Exactly. But I feel like they made those records without compromising who they were. They just found a different personality within the music that kind of fit what they were doing at the time. So, if I could make a record that doesn't compromise my integrity as an artist, then of course.
Because you like pussy.
Yeah, of course.
You can rap about it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Do guys with bars get a lot of that?
What?
What does that
What are you
mean?
talking about?
Do guys with bars get a lot of pussy?
Man.
You tell us.
In this era.
Of course they do.
You a guy with bars?
No, I'm saying,
Am I?
think about people who are known as being lyricists.
I'm asking.
I can't speak for nobody else.
Kendrick's engaged. J. Cole is married.
Engaged and married. I'm talking about a plethora of whores backstage at concerts, ready to bang Nick Grant because they like his Hot 16 off Dreamin' Out Loud.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, Nick.
Yeah.
You living your best life.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy here.
You got to.
Now, you said some of the people that you write for. Is Diddy one of the people that you?
Nah, not at all. Nah. I can't tell you.
That.
And the reason I said that is because I see him repost some of your stuff, so I was like, maybe that's a connection there.
Yeah, I think I said a line in the '96 Bulls record, and he posted.
He posted it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure Diddy pays you if you're writing for him. Don't trade that for Instagram posts.
I mean, if he.
I'm serious, man.
I would.
Free bottles of Ciroc and Instagram posts.
Yeah, I need something that's gonna put me in a better position. But that was dope. Shout out to him for that. Thank you for reminding me about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the most surprising person that's reached out to you since you've started your career? That you've been like, damn, I can't believe this person hit me.
Michael B. Jordan was like one of the people that like embraced me, early on.
Yeah, Charlamagne.
That embraced me early on, It's just dope, like when you can't like nobody can benefit from you and they still
he don't need a verse from you.
Like he don't need anything from you.
What did he say when he hit you?
Just that the music was dope. Was looking to like direct a few videos with schedules didn't match up. But
he gonna put all white women in the black women video.
I told you it was coming. Leave Michael B. Jordan alone, man.
Nah, it's the homie, man. You can't do that.
That'll be so funny. Michael B. Jordan directed a black woman video and put all white women in it. Jesus Christ.
Have
y'all met each other yet?
Yeah, a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hung out. Dope. Posted the black woman video. It was dope. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they started slandering the hell out of him for that. Oh, you don't remember that?
No,
yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that when he posted it? He posted black woman video and they started killing him.
Yeah.
Nick don't read the comments.
That was dope. I don't read the comments. Like, I'm sensitive as hell. Like, I'm sensitive. My feelings hurt very easy.
So what you do? You just stay off social media?
I just don't read the comments. I read all the good shit and like it, but maybe I stay away from them comments.
When did you realize you had a sensitivity towards social media? Are you a highly sensitive person?
Not highly sensitive. I just can't see nobody. I want to see the person that's like saying this stuff. Like most of the times when you go to their page, that shit is like blocked, private.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
You don't want to
shit.
be tempted to like write
They'll
back.
never say it to your face.
Never say it to your face.
That's what I'm learning too. Like
people be
it's
trying
a
to
waste
ruin your
of
day.
time.
You can't let it happen.
Yeah.
You gotta just be like, all right.
Yeah. I tweeted something one time. I was going to bed, and I was like, yo, I'm so sick and tired of all this fucking Tupac disrespect. Like, I was just heated. And went to sleep. I woke up. That shit was, like, everywhere. It's probably like the biggest shit I said, so.
And Nick Grant dissed Lil Pump.
Yeah, and I got it.
Lil Pump.
Exactly.
What was the little boy name?
Lil Pump.
It was
No, it
Lil
wasn't.
Pump. It was Lil Pump.
Lil Xan.
Lil Xan.
Lil Xan, my bad.
See what I'm saying?
It's so many of them.
See? Exactly.
Exactly. So, yeah, I was just, like, going back and forth onto it. I'm like, yo, what am I doing? So, yeah.
Why do you think they do that, though?
What's that?
Diss Pac so easily.
I don't know. I feel like this is the era where a lot of people just respond to ignorance, whether they don't like it or not, I feel like if I wake up and say anything about anybody that people love, I'm going to be the biggest person in the world for that moment. So if I capitalize off all of that energy, then I'm going to start too. And I could just clear it up afterwards. Like, yo, I ain't mean it. I'm sorry. I researched it. Then, it don't make no sense to me.
And guys, Nick got to go. Nick got a live show in a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Well, you got to show it.
A live show?
Oh,
He don't know what's
maybe they're
going on. He
lying. They
looked
said you
around
got a
like-
live show. You got
They're
to.
like, yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
I do
the
got a live show.
I
bad.
did want to ask
My
you,
bad.
because it's only a matter of time for you get into some little beef with a rapper. So
Why?
how far is too far in
I
diss
love Drake,
records?
by the way. Drake is one of my favorite artists. Like, I wasn't trying to be funny or anything. But say that
Oh,
again.
don't get shook
Oh,
now.
man.
Shook.
Don't get shook for the
Edit
six
that
God
out.
now.
Don't let him do that. Don't let him do
Hey, listen, I am ready.
Yeah, Prince ain't say stand down from Nick Grant, okay? Don't get shook now.
No, I'm a huge fan, but yeah, whatever comes my way, just know that I'm always prepared for that. Like,
What do you think is too far, though?
and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop.
Because you a Pac fan.
Absolutely.
Pac definitely, quote unquote, went too far back
Yeah.
in the day. So what do you think is too far? You think Pushing went too far?
I don't think he went too far. I feel like all is fair in war. In war, this is my livelihood, so I gotta say whatever to protect my livelihood. So I feel like they both won. They both rich, so they both won.
Oh, they definitely didn't both win. Pusha T clearly won. but they are both Richardtons.
They are.
So you didn't like Drake's?
I did like Duppy,
Duppy
but
was
I
dope.
mean that story of Adonis put his back against the wall and put him in a very uncomfortable position. He was very out of character. We never seen him react like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just tweeted, "You don't know what I've been through."
Yeah.
We don't know what that's about, man. Stop it.
One thing I learned though, you can't count him out. You can
Definitely
never.
can't.
That's
you
exactly
can
what
never,
I said.
You can never count him out.
You can count him out of this battle. You
Maybe.
can't count him out of the whole overall
Right,
career of his
he'll
life.
be okay.
He'll be
Okay.
fine. But this battle,
I don't think you can count him out of the battle.
Nah, it's a wrap.
It's over.
Nah, you can't reheat.
Why
cold
is it over though?
You can't reheat cold French
You
fries.
sure can.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Nick,
saying?
I have
As long as
one.
you put 'em in the toaster
I have
oven, you
one
can eat
last
'em.
question for you. With all these artists out now that some people are saying aren't lyrical or, so on and so forth, would you do a song with somebody that wasn't considered a lyrical rapper or somebody that people are like, oh, he's just nonsense?
If it makes sense, absolutely. I don't want to get up here and say no more stupid shit like I,
Check is right.
I wouldn't do that. Then you wake up and see me do a song with this person. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like a lot of the music that's out now. Like I love everybody that's making music, but some of it really just ain't for me. Just like the music that I make might not be for them. But
Right, so you're not going to
I'm
dumb it
not
down to do nothing with nobody. Just
nah, I ain't gonna never dumb it down ever. Nah, I just make what I feel, and that's the beauty. I think that's why people feel like I'm special. I hope so. Just I'm not gonna change for anybody at this point. Yeah.
You think you one song away, one album away? Because I still don't feel like it's connecting the way it needed to connect.
Right. I think it's growth. I feel like my cousin told me this the other day. He was like, because I was saying the same thing to him, like, what am I doing that I could be doing better? And he was like, man, like when you're so good, people expect you to be at a certain level so fast, but you're not exempt from the process. You got to keep
That's
working.
real.
You got to keep going until you get to that point. I was like, man, I can't wait to sell out arenas. I can't wait to, do records with like a Kendrick or a J. Cole. But he was like, man, they had like projects before they even made it to that point. So you have to go through the same thing.
that's
Yeah,
a fact.
absolutely. So yeah, in due time I'll be there. So it'll connect eventually.
Let him go do his live show.
Oh, all right.
Nah,
God
go
damn.
ahead.
I was gonna say, do you feel like these are your debut albums yet? I mean, I know they're projects, but do you feel like
No, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me. Like maybe to the world, but my mentality and how I'm approaching these is just staying in the conversation, just want to stay relevant and have a voice. So that's what these projects are based on. My first debut album to me is going to be this album by the name of Sunday Dinner.
Sunday Dinner?
I'm like from the deep South. Like, we
I
come
know.
from the same place.
I'm like 30 minutes from you.
Exactly. So from the deep South where I only saw my family at Sunday dinner, whether it was the drug dealing cousin, the mother with the drug habit, or the father who was in and out, or, anybody that was bringing, their problems to Sunday dinner. Or if it was the positive example of, my cousin who had the job and was going to college and was doing different things, I was just pulling from that. All right, I see that. I think that's cool. I want to be that kind of person. Or I see this person, I want to be that. And just kind of every person becomes a song eventually, and it just describes my whole life just as a child up until this point.
Dope. So you haven't made your Ready to Die a reasonable
Nah,
time. That's what Sunday Dinner-
not yet. I don't feel like I'm a long way from that, but I feel like I have to grow into that. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're holding yourself back a little bit then?
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I feel like that's going to take time. To be able to do that is going to take time, and those classic albums took time, and they were part of like a moment. So
It wasn't they put out their first album.
yeah,
and
it wasn't like it was just
the first thing
amazing.
they put out hit.
Yeah. I don't really have a lot of people in the studio with me like that. So it's really just me and the engineer. So I'm kind of figuring everything out musically by myself.
I see you building the core. The core is just increasing every time. I see.
Absolutely.
I think on Khaled's Snap he was performing. I think he performed with you the other night.
Yeah.
You brought him out.
Oh,
and I
man.
just see the amount and the excitement of the people, which is great.
Genuine dude. I remember him saying, I thought he left. Like after he got off the show, he was like, yo, it sounded so good. I had to stay. It sounded dope. But
How much Epic pay Khaled to bring you up?
man, that was just genuine love, man.
Okay.
He's on the album, so.
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he came out, supported, showed love.
All right.
And you can just tell by people's energy if it's genuine or not. I know I can.
You'll see if you get that call for Khaled's next compilation album. If he asks you for a 16, you'll see how much love
Exactly.
he really has for you.
Exactly. All right, we'll see.
All right.
Khaled, I need the album.
Nick Grant, the album is out right now. Pick it up, and we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, man. This was dope.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.